Hello, my name is Vampy, and welcome to this very stinky poopy video. Now, I don't remember when, which it was not that long ago, but I made I made a video for my OC Magnus about talking about his lore, and then adding some things, and fixing some things, and adding some characters, and I have another OC named Wonkily, okay? And you'll understand why the name is Wonkily once we get into it. But I want to redesign, I really want to redesign them. Not redesign them, but add some stuff, because I have no idea about anything of the lore. I mean, I do, but I haven't really thoroughly thought about it. So that's what we're going to do. Or that's what I'm going to do. You're just going to sit back and watch, okay? Me struggle, maybe. I don't know. Now, one thing that I have done already is made Wonkily's parents, and this is what they look like. Let me really quickly describe their personalities and stuff like that, and their relationship with Wonkily. To get straight to the point, he is not a good dad, okay? Wonkily's dad is not a good dad, okay? No. 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10, bro. He's the type of dad to always be working, and he, works as, a crusty CEO. He's, never there for Christmas and stuff like that, and when he is, I would say he is pretty abusive, okay? More likely, more emotionally. Yeah, very emotionally abusive to Wonkily and Wonkily's mother. Wonkily's mother is a slay girl, so let's stop talking about this crappy poo-poo, and let's talk about Wonkily's amazing mother. When I was designing Wonkily's mom, I immediately thought of a mother bird, because I knew that I wanted Wonkily's mom to be a really good mom, a really caring and nurturing mom. So Mother Bird was the best option, okay? And I think I'm pretty smart for that, okay? I'll give myself a pat on the back. Now, this is not actually what they really look like. They have human designs. And so let's get into now about the universe, and how all of that works, because all of my OCs, Cole, Magnus, and Wonkily, you probably don't know Cole, because I haven't made a video of him yet, but let's get an understanding about all that stuff, okay? Long ago, when the world came to be, there were humans and others. They got along in harmony, or so the others thought. The humans later went into war with the others, killing every other there was until the last one remained. They said, "If you kill me, every person to ever be born will be cursed. Once you kill me, every human to die a harsh, horrible death like mine will be cursed to live forever for what they truly are." For centuries now, it has been this way, no end in sight. Sorry if that was so random, I was in the story mode, and then suddenly you get me geeking out. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. Okay, but back to the part of the universe. My OCs, I have a couple of OCs that are in there. 2 of them I don't remember off the top of my head their names, but the main ones, I would say, are Magnus, Cole, and Wonkily. And like I said, I plan on making a Cole. I plan on making a video for Cole, but also now that I'm thinking about it, bringing back those other 2 characters, because they are good shit. Okay, good shit. Every single character that I make with an actual good complicated background behind it, or story behind it, always ends up tying to something in my life. I don't know. I also just like it how that happens. But here is a very big disclaimer. Do I say disclaimer? I don't know. But in Wonkily's lore or whatever, a big part of it is about mental health. Okay, Wonkily, they struggle with self-harm. There's emotional abuse in the story, and even how Wonkily dies is, I'm not gonna say it out loud, but yes. And if any of that stuff triggers you, then go to a different video, okay? Because I don't know when I'll be specifically saying these types of things, but yeah, go watch another video of mine, or any video that you want, if any of this stuff triggers you. Coloring this drawing that's showing right now was actually pretty fun. I first just did the line art, and then I got onto Pinterest and picked out different colors of Wonkily's palette. It was a little hard with the skin color, but I think it looks good. And I just love how it's all papery look, and it's like kind of crumbled up, which kind of shows at this moment in time, Wonkily is about to snap and stuff like that. And I think it pretty well shows all the built-up emotion that's inside of Wonkily's brain, and I love it so much. Sorry if I sound tired and sick. I am. I just got home from school early because I have really bad cramps, and my whole entire left nose burns. So, yeah. One main thing that I don't think I've said yet is that Wonkily has schizophrenia. I wouldn't say it's exactly schizophrenia, but Wonkily, you know how the drawings of Wonkily's parents, they don't really necessarily look human. Over time, their schizophrenia gets worse, and it doesn't. Her parents don't even look like her. The parents don't even look like themselves. So that's why they don't really look like humans. So in this drawing right here, I'm drawing them more human-like, what they would look like. Yeah. In Wonkily, even from a young age, their parents knew that Wonkily had, oh my god, sorry, I'm out of breath, that Wonkily did have schizophrenia, but in middle school, it got a lot worse, to the point where then, Wonkily didn't see their parents as, humans, you know, and it, oh my god, wait, let me think. Once Wonkily figured out what their schizophrenia was and how bad their dad was, and realized how poopy caca their dad was, then it got a lot worse. And then also at that point in middle school, they started to get bullied. Bruh, I got bullied in middle school too. Oh my god. I do plan on making a drawing of, all of them together, and what they would look like without Wonkily's schizophrenia, because of course, Wonkily doesn't actually have lime green hair, their dad doesn't actually have green hair, of course, duh. So I plan on making a drawing for that, and I still have to think of the heights, so, yeah. Wonkily actually does have a real name, though I wrote it down in code in my sketchbook or my journal, so let me decode it real quick. Bro, what the frick did I write? I think it says Xiao. What the is that? So yeah, we're not gonna do that. Comment what you think the name should be, because I cannot do this right now. I'm too tired. I'm too sick, bro. But this drawing right here is showing the different sides. There's actually technically 3 different versions of Wonkily. One regular, then middle school when they were kind of like going insane, and then when they fully go insane into the actual clown Wonkily thingy. Yeah. But when Wonkily fully does go insane, it's when they turn into their clown form. It's when they die. And like I said before, like in the beginning, kind of, it is really sad how they die, though. They commit suicide from all the stress and everything. But of course, then in the lore of the universe, gets stuck in the form. I feel so bad. I hated how all my OCs are just so sad and so much, I don't know, it's just so freaking sad. That's why I just made like 2 OCs for like a love, like a slow burn love thing. I've never made one of those, so I might make a video on that. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. Oh my god. Well, I don't really know what else to do for this video. I might just take a nap. If you want me to, I'll make a part 2 if there's anything that doesn't make sense to you. Just tell me that in the comments and then I'll do it for you, Cookie Bear. Oh my god, I'm so tired.